Hey everybody, Scott DiGregorio, your mortgage guy. And this time I want to talk about the different closing experience in working with myself in primary residential mortgage. And guys, I got to be honest, this is big. And this is one of those things people don't really know to think about, but it's big. So look, the way it traditionally works is this. You show up at the title company, sometimes the attorney, but usually the title company, and you sign a whole bunch of paper. And then you're like, give me the keys. And they're like, no, you can't have the keys yet. We need funding authorization. What the heck is funding authorization? So what normally happens is the title company or attorney will take a whole bunch of your signed papers, send it up to the lender. The lender will verify that everything's signed properly, and then they will give permission to disperse, meaning you can get your keys. Well, that process sucks, so we don't do that, okay? We fund all of our loans the day before, so you are not waiting for your keys. So you could be in a position where you're done signing the last signature, you get your copies, you get your keys, and you're on to moving. And I think that makes a huge difference for people because I can't tell you how often it is that they're so stressed out. Sometimes that funding authorization can take hours and hours and hours. Well, if you're closing at 10 o'clock in the morning, it's not a big deal, but what if you're closing at 4? What if you're closing at 4 o'clock on a Friday? Crap, you're not gonna be in your house this weekend. Oh man, you had movers set up. Oh man, you had a guy coming to do work on the house on Saturday. All of that gets messed up because it wasn't funded immediately, and that is why we fund it immediately. Another scenario that comes up a lot of times, and frankly, this is common in Southwest Florida, is you got people in different places. You got people up north or whatnot, and we are one of the first companies, the first company that I know of, that allows electronic signatures at closing. Man, it's incredible to me that that's considered new technology in my industry, but it is. And electronic signatures enable two people to be in two different places, both sign and you close, and we're not FedExing packages all over the place. I remember this one time I had this closing, and the person was in China, if I remember it correctly, and the only way for them to sign the papers was in an American embassy. And they called up the American embassy in China, and they asked for an appointment, and they were 7 weeks out. 7 weeks delayed for them to get in front of a notary. All of that goes away with electronic signatures. So that's just one example. It could really make the end of the process much smoother and much more pleasant for you. I'm Scott DiGregorio, your mortgage guy. I look forward to talking to you. Take care.